Welcome, welcome, welcome. I think we've been waiting for this one.
Yep.
This was very much anticipated Q&A tonight. Hands down. I've been doing a lot of video watching. A lot.
What's up, Delroy?
And let me tell you, Delroy, hello. Let me tell you, man. Makes me say to myself, what are we doing at Claim 3? What the hell are we doing at Claim 3, man?
There's a lot to talk about, man. Some stuff on the video I caught, too. Some stuff I caught from my static camera.
Kind of listen to some of your noises there.
Yeah, there's something on the live stream, too, I'll talk about, I guess, whenever we want to get to that. But
yeah, Tracy, hello.
Hey,
Gypsy,
Corky.
hello.
Yep.
Eric, Steven, Heather, hello.
Yeah,
Nancy B, Corky.
I'm on Facebook.
Yeah, man.
There should be a link for the group on my channel. You can, if not, it's probably MT Paranormal Life on YouTube, or I mean on Facebook, and you'll find the group and just request to join.
Ricky, Steven, Richard, hello. Kathy, hello. So, man, let's just jump right into this. I can't wait. Going over that footage, man, makes me think I was under attack. And you want to know why? Thinking about it, after all I heard on some of that video, and I'm only through 1.5 videos. Now, something big turned off that camera over down by the tree.
Yeah.
At 3, when we hit, where the TP was set up and stuff, and we had the glow stick on top.
The one that was watching the tree?
Yep. You pass, there's a black ball, and it's like whipping around. And it, like, you could see on where the video was, and it wraps around, and you can hear something hit the camera. The camera shakes a little bit and then powers off. But before that, man, I'm going to tell you, it sounds like it says to me, this is my home. Before it turns off the camera. You can barely hear it, but, I got the editing program where I can turn it up.
Yeah, and you heard that there was only a few things I caught from my static camera, and they were all audio, weird audio sounds, and the one sounds like some kind of a voice. It reminded me of the one I heard at West Branch before. It sounds like it says something, and then it goes Jack. I heard it. Yeah, I don't know if you guys heard the same thing, but it sounds like it said something. I couldn't make out what it said at first, and then right after that, you can hear it sound like it says Jack. Yeah.
Man, and you know what? I was sitting there thinking, remember when I said, man, it feels like something is ripping at my back.
Yep.
I have a big cross on my back.
What?
I have a big cross on my back.
No way.
You've seen it before. MT, you seen it?
Yeah.
I got a big cross on my back. It goes from the top of my neck, down to my waistline.
Well, let me
They
see.
seen that? They
Corky.
seen that in the emergency room?
No, I'm saying I have a big cross on my back. It's tattooed on there.
Oh, okay.
Maybe it was pulling on my cross. Just throwing it out there. Yeah.
Wow, that's one heck of a link. I didn't realize it was that long. You should probably be able to click that, Corky. And I copied the link as it was, and that's what came up when I pasted it.
Yeah, and Gypsy brings up a good thing. It started in my ears because I started hearing ringing in my ears. And it was like...
That's a sensitive trigger for me that helps me know when there's some kind of energy or something around me. I've noticed that more and more now. That tinnitus will trigger.
Yeah, man. That's just crazy. But I'm glad that I sat down and grounded myself. I mean, that it was spot on, you know, with lighting up the machine and
we thought we were done when we were packing up, because we were like ready to get out of there after that, and something twice threw something. You can hear it. You heard it. I got one of those captured on that audio I sent you from the camera. You can hear that second one. The first one was up by the home base, and we heard that one. That was loud too.
yeah,
Something smacked the tree, sounded like a rock or something.
Right. Sue, Karen, hello. Addison, hello.
Hi, Addison.
Yeah, man. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know, man. I don't know what to say. I don't know what I don't want to say this is what it is there, but we don't know what's on that land. And we know people have died there. We know Indians lived over there, and it got, you know, their mound got taken down, and now it's a big cornfield. And
yeah, it's strange. I mean, maybe we could find a way to get some information. Maybe we can find some alternate sources, or really try, because I haven't tried to dig into that area or land, but maybe I'll start looking to see if we can.
Yeah, I've went to the library. I mean, I've done some good research, but it's just the farther you go back, they lock it up and they want you to pay for the information.
Yeah.
But we all know Ohio was a hotspot for Indians. Why? Fresh water.
Tons
of fresh water. We know that, they got moved forcefully out of some of these areas. Alan, hello. Connie, hello. Corky, Victoria, Nancy, RC. But, could that have played something? We know August is a hot time for that area. All of our steady evidence came in August. Mm-hmm. These next couple months coming up. But it all started in August, seeing those apparitions, the hands coming towards the camera. Was August a bad time? Did something big happen in August? Yeah, EMF was also high. PC.
I was looking over my video from the live stream that night, and right at it was an hour and 10 minutes and 10 seconds, I think. There's I was going down the trail right after you were sitting there with the EMF detector in the red light, and I could see something clear. It looked like transparent, and I saw like a shape just watching the playback, and then I saw a few little twinkles around it. And the more I watched it, I kept it looks like that was the Jelly Man.
Yeah.
And if the area he was at on the trail was very, very close to where you saw him.
Yeah, I mean, there was something off. Something was way off, man. Now, I don't know if we just pissed it off by, excuse my language, by bringing so many cameras in.
Maybe.
I mean, the energy was revved up. You could definitely tell. I mean, the cameras were catching things left and right. And when you all see this video and put all of it together, the live hunt with the video, the footage that these cameras caught, you're going to be like, wow, man. Yeah.
I had a strange thing happen too during that live stream that I've never had happen. We were talking about it. There was a point where the meter was locked solid. The EMF was up to close to 4.5 milligauss, and all the other electric fields were spiked. And all three levels were at a set point.
Victoria, thank you.
And they just stayed there. The levels didn't change. They just stayed. like I told Jack, it seemed like some kind of a energy area just like landed, because everywhere I walked, it was the same. I think it like changed one time a little bit when it first started going up, but then once it reached that point where it got the highest, it stayed like that until I just got tired of hearing it beep and I turned it off. And I've never seen that happen before. That was the first time. It's like it was like the energy around was at a certain level that it was, the meter was reading, and it was constant, and it was the same everywhere I kept moving, which was something I've never had happen before.
Yeah, this brings up something I wasn't going to bring up, but Tracy makes a good point. I seen this black mass when I walked back, was going back towards where I thought the nest would be. Well, where I know the nest would be. One got destroyed and one was still there. I seen this black mass and it was just standing there. Like it moved, but then it just stood there. You know, and I was like, all right, like usually things would take off. This thing didn't. It was just standing there. So I kind of was all like, I didn't want to say it alive, like, ooh, man, I ain't going over there. But I just kind of reverted myself like, okay, usually black masses are usually, and they're gone. This thing didn't. Probably around in there, that's when my ears started ringing. You know, when I turned back around and started heading back that way. On one of the videos, you catch this black mass, looks like a head, shoulders, comes in. Like you come up the trail, you stop and you turn around and you start walking back. This black mass moves in, stands there for a good while. I mean, I want to say I was bumping, speeding up kind of in the program, but I would guess a good 6 minutes. And then when it moved its head, something shot out of it towards you, MT. And it this thing just faded away, the black mass. But it shot back down the trail.
Was it the neck of the trail that's in between the home base and the red area?
Yep. It was from the little camera that was the night vision camera that was sitting there. And you could see it move in slow and just stand there. Because
that's the trail on the way down to the red area. That's the area where you first saw the jelly man. That was the area where I think from my camera view that it looks like you could see the jelly man again briefly. And when you heard that audio of those things, that one of the things it said sounded like it said Jack. That sounded like from the camera perspective towards the trail. There was a lot going on that trail area. So maybe there's something to a certain line of energy around there.
Yeah. It's the owner was like,
Claim 3 got stranger. And it's hard to say.
Got really stranger.
Seems like it got stranger.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, that scream. What'd you think of that scream too that I picked up on the IR camera, that first one?
I picked it up too.
Nuts.
Yeah.
Carried, didn't it? Long carrying scream.
Yeah. Oh, and that wasn't the only one.
Oh, I know. We've heard them there before too, but that, I figured, I'm like, I wonder how many we picked up, because all the cameras, I figured you probably picked up some.
Okay, so what happened after the cameras were turned off? We had stuff thrown at us. It was kind of like, it sounded like, because I still had my recorder running in my vest, and it sounded like 3 things got thrown at us when we were, okay, how did I say this? We went up, I left the tree cams there. I still got to go get those. We grabbed our equipment from home base. We started moving down the trail. It sounds like something got thrown at us. Stopped, grabbed the other little camera. Actually, I just grabbed it and started walking down. And we were packing up. Something got thrown at us. Yeah. And as we were packed up, started leaving, something got thrown at us.
You know what that reminded me of? Like, there was an occasion when I was still filming by myself. I think it was even before I started talking to you. I I was filming down at West Branch by myself, like I usually do, and some strange things were going on, and I heard this huge crash on the hillside right by me, and I was packing up my stuff to leave, and I heard this, humongous crash, and then I was like, I went from putting all my stuff back to where it was supposed to go to just cramming my stuff in my bag and just hauling my ass out of there. And that's I started to get that feeling when we just stopped and we just started to pick up the cameras at the home base. Bam, something hit the tree by us. And then I'm like, all right, I guess I better pack up a little bit quicker because it seems like something's trying to usher us along here. And then as we were packing up the cameras at the bottom of the hill, something threw something at a tree or something. And that was like, I'm jamming my stuff in the bag. I'm like, let's just step it up and get the heck out of here.
Yeah, that's exactly what I did. I was just tossing stuff in, man.
Yep.
And Corky, you were right. That helicopter stayed around the whole night.
Yep.
It actually,
hearing it.
Yep. That actually, when we pulled in, because MT picked me up, when we pulled in my place, that helicopter was right above us. Remember that? And I go, the helicopter. Now, I'm not going to be that person to say, hey, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Just going to stop my cam, but I'm here.
Yeah, I'll put that there, Corky. But yeah, crazy, man. It was a crazy night. Hello.
Going over all that audio from that whole, from my IR cam that I had set up, it made me realize how many times the chopper went by. I kept hearing the chopper, and I'm like, man, I don't remember it going by so many times, but it went by a lot.
Yeah, and then on the live, I point to it. It turned all of its lights off and was just hovering there.
Okay, so I have flight tracker stuff, and one of my friends does that too, and he'll send me every military one. That night over Portage County, he has a helicopter circle. He sent me it with its flight path, same night, with it circling all over around that area. Okay. He was asking me if, he had the design of it. It was one of the Army's helicopter from the Ravenna base. And it was circling all around, running back and forth between there and the Akron airport that night. And it spent a lot of time hovering over an area where you guys were.
Yeah.
So
I'm telling you, man.
I guess that means we're doing something right, huh?
Oh, you know it, man. You know
but
it.
I did actually, when you say that, that was on the flight tracker.
Yeah.
It's just that area of Portage County. I expect to see those things a lot, but why it was hovering for that long, I don't know.
Yeah, it just was sitting there. It turned off all its lights, and then I could see it.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, okay. But it was odd. Through some of these videos, you could, when you're walking and you're talking, you're not really paying attention to that because, your mind's on what's going on in front of you. You're trying to, keep an eye out on who's ever out there with you. You're making sure you're not falling. You're working your equipment. You're trying to answer questions, steady the camera. So you're doing
you're multitasking. Yeah.
Right. You're doing a lot. So when you're not paying attention to something like a helicopter flying over you the whole damn time, you forget that it's there. But yeah, that was crazy. Tori, good question. What did the doc say happened? Did they know you were out on a hunt? Well, they don't know. Strangely, though, they are all part of the channels now.
All right.
Hope they're watching.
Okay.
Yeah, the one doctor came in. He was all like, told him, what I did. Just sitting there, really cool doctor. I mean, he was dropping F-bombs and not even like doctors, like proper doctor. You know what I'm saying? He's all like, what the hell's going on? You're effing here again?
And you're like, just watch the video and you'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he started to, and then he was like, "What the?" Bing. Yeah, he's definitely joined, but that's cool. I mean, he joined all of ours.
Yeah. Derek's saying something about that's their flight path. And I know I see the regular paths where they go over there, but I do know that on the flight tracker, there was a military helicopter hovering over that area that they're talking about. I can verify that it was on the flight tracker. Whether it had anything to do with them or not, I don't know. But I can tell you what they're saying. It's on the flight tracker.
Yeah.
So,
and a good thing is, man, a lot of people been reaching out, and I just want to say thank you for all the prayers and stuff. But what's cool thing is a lot of people been saying that we didn't run. You know, even though I was hurting, I wanted to stay and try to get a lot of that evidence. That's part of the job. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. It's pretty interesting interaction too before we ended with the meter.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it definitely challenged us. That's for sure.
I think something that was interesting, because I went out up around me here, and I was on the Indian Mound and had a lot of creepy noises and a rock thrown at me that night too. So I don't know if it was something just in that night, or the air was charged or what, but it was, I don't know. I think like Jack said, I think there's something to do with, I think he said mating season, but they're a little crazier right now.
Yeah. Soundwave, the channel collection, when you're going to put the best video shots on your channel collection. I don't break them up. You know, they're labeled claim 3, you know, so they'll all be, you know, in sections. So if you want to watch everything that's always happened at claim 3, you can watch just look for claim 3. They're all pretty much marked per area that we go to. But this next one will definitely go into claim 3. We'll say claim 3 cameras or something like that. You know, I'm just glad that we had a bunch of cameras out.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, let me I'm gonna find my live stream, and if you want me to, I'll share it. It'll probably be real quick. I'll share the little view of my live stream where it looks like the Jelly Man was there on the trail by where you seen him at.
Okay.
Let me just I'm just gonna find it and get it set so I can just show it.
The next whole day, I slept the whole day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was pretty drained. But after putting 2 and 2 together, you know, not thinking about the cross that's tattooed on my back, and it just felt like something was grabbing it and just, you know, like.
Okay.
I don't know how else to explain it.
All right, I got it in the queue there.
Yeah.
I'm ready to show it if you want to see it.
Okay.
All right. All right, let me play this clip and then we'll get back to.
All right, let me 1 second. Okay, here we go. All right, how's it look? Nice full screen.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, this was after I gave you your camera back, and you were kind of grounding yourself, and then I started walking back down the trail.
Yep.
Now this happens kind of quick. I'm going to show it. Right here, I start walking down, and if you see that.
Oh yeah.
You can notice that you'll see a few little twinkles come, like in that. See it?
Yep.
And look here.
Yeah, it's like something's bent over.
Yeah, it's very similar to what the Jelly Man looked like. Right there. You see this? How it looks clear? Reminds me of the Jelly Man, and then you could see these little twinkles like we've seen before. Now this was really quick, and I didn't even see it. And if that was the Jelly Man, I literally kept going, and I just like walked right by it because I just passed right by it.
Oh yeah, look at that. That's crazy.
Right there. There's the twinkles. There's little sparkles on them.
Yep.
It's like I just brushed shoulders and walked right by him.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm so glad that I decided just to sit there.
And literally, that's a spot on the trail, like maybe 5, not even 10 feet down, a little further where I'm pointing at. There's where you turned at, the same tree with that one like branch that sticks out. That's right where he was at before. That's maybe 5-10 feet from where you seen him.
Yeah, and when I was sitting there and that camera was watching, and you go over, something said, I said, "Can you go grab the camera?" You say, "Yeah, I'll grab it." And then I don't know. You'll have to let me know because you were still recording, right? Or no, you weren't recording. You were going back to pick up the cameras.
I was live still then.
Yeah, but
that's right. You're right.
Camera
it was on the ground. That's right. Yeah.
Sounds like something says my name. It doesn't sound like you, but I cannot say it's not you because I don't know. So I'll have to send that clip to you.
What's that?
But then it sounds like it says,
"What is your phone?"
Mike, like really long and gargly.
No, I didn't say that.
Caught
for
it.
sure.
Yeah, but I don't know if you were like, okay, like said my name and then it's faint, but I turned it up and you can definitely tell it's like drawn out. You know what I'm saying? Like it didn't want you to go grab those cameras.
Yeah, that was a strange night there. Maybe it had something to do with the cameras. I mean, our presence has been there. We live streamed there. We've set up cameras before, but not that many. I don't know.
Yeah.
There was something to that.
Oh, yeah. I backed up all the videos that I got copies of them. If that one goes down, I'll throw it back up. It's a traumatized land.
You can say, when are you gonna take me out there?
Man, this is the thing. If something would happen to you out there, I would feel really bad. I mean, if something happened to anybody out there, I'd feel really bad. But bringing man, I'm telling you, it literally felt like someone had their hands on my spine. It's a scary thought.
Yeah.
I don't think there's no fixing that land. I honestly don't think so.
Yeah. I mean, as far as what I know, I don't know if there is something else that is a little deeper than my limit of how to calm activity or to help protect there. Maybe there is something that's a little bit deeper. Somebody might know how.
Yeah.
Maybe Ramona's got some insight.
Mr. Cranky Pants, thank you. All I'm telling you. I think we're getting so close, man. We're getting so close. Like I said, I told the doctor, I said, if I know I ask you all, I say, if we had to stop this today, do you think that we have enough evidence? I told him, yeah. I mean, there's so much
lot of evidence.
Yeah, there's so much that I want to say, but I'm waiting to the day I go, this is it. This is the last hunt. Because what I'm going to say is going to upset a lot of people in different communities. but it's going to be my honest opinion. Do I believe these things are real? Absolutely. Do I believe these things live in these forests? I'm going to give you the whys and why they live there. Yep. I don't plan on quitting anytime soon, so. But the day I do, you ain't gonna want to miss that Q&A. Scary thing to think, though, Ted, if you went out there and something happened.
Yeah, I understand that, and I don't, but I don't really have that fear of something happening to me.
I didn't either. I really didn't. And I don't think nothing. Well, I can't say bad. I don't think that it would take it to an extreme. And I really never had to ground. Now Trapper had to ground himself just like I did. So I kind of understand where Trapper was coming from now.
What do you mean ground yourself?
I literally was walking up that trail and I hit the ground because something was it was attacking me.
Yeah, I was also talking to you about, or thinking about, maybe whatever it is there. I mean, obviously, when you see the thing in the red light, the jelly man, there's no doubt that there was something there right then. Most likely, it still can come back. I have a feeling it might be there all the time, or maybe it comes and goes, but it's there. It comes back.
Yep.
And maybe there's some side effects of just whatever kind of energy field that it has, whatever there is to it, its energy. Maybe there's something to it that just might affect us naturally. Just
right.
Something that can't be helped. It's not trying to like radiate us or do anything with our energy and their energy. It
right.
just might be something that happens.
Right. And some of those levels that we were getting on the meter, they were extremely high RF, extremely high. All three levels were extremely high.
Yeah.
Now, some of those levels can make you very sick.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when you go over the range of a cell phone range, and that I mean, those are pretty low. But when you're constantly at 90, 91, 171, I mean, some of those levels were crazy. And MT's devices, they were all staying steady, just maxed out to a point where he just turned off his machine. Was all like,
Yeah, it was like they reached a certain level and the level literally froze. Like it didn't change for minutes and minutes and minutes. And, people were like, oh, your cell phone can interfere. And I'm like, well, I know that, but I've tested it before and you can hold it out an arm length away and it will stop. If you get in the range close to it, yeah, it does. And I set it on the structure against the tree and I was back like at least 10 feet and I was watching it and it was the exact same. I went back, zoomed in, looked at it. All levels were still the same. And they stayed like that for probably 5 minutes before I shut it off. And I've never seen something like that. Like you call it like an energy level lock is what it seemed like. Like the levels all rose to a point which was pretty high. And then it literally didn't change. Like it just stayed at that level and never changed again until later on. I turned the meter back on after we walked away and I walked back down later on and then it was gone. But for that whole time we were there, that the volts per meter and the radiated power and the milligauss levels had been locked for 5+ minutes straight. The same level was there on all three and never changed for that time frame. I'd never seen that before. That was the first.
Yeah.
Made me wonder what's going on. Like almost like I described it to you, almost like some energy dome was around us. And it literally locked a certain level of energy that was constant.
Right.
And it was like we were in some form of another area. You know, it was a lot of weird thoughts about it, but it just seems so strange that it happened like that.
Yeah, God bless. I hope everybody's okay from that shooting. That's crazy.
You know, I had a tree come down and destroy my. I had a tree fall down, pretty not too big, but a decent size. It came down and destroyed my shed next to my trailer.
Oh, geez.
Just crushed it right down the middle.
Yeah, we just had a storm blow through here, and it was crazy.
Yeah,
we did too.
The flooding again, man. The high winds, and it was like.
Yeah.
Did you freeze up?
I think he froze up.
I thought he got lost in thought.
Yeah.
He froze up.
We had hail, and thunderstorms, heavy torrential rains. I mean, all over the area.
Now, is Chad, are you guys still there? We didn't get locked out, did we? Or
I don't know. I don't think so.
Everybody in chat still hear us? Can you let us know that you can hear?
Yeah.
You can hear me, because cameraman's gone, but he's still there on screen. Okay. I still see chat going.
Yeah.
That's strange. I don't know. I mean, it's not that strange. He's whenever we get these rains around here, these storms like that, seems like where he's at, he has more problems with his internet. Luckily, mine hasn't been hit too hard.
Right. Oh,
yeah, my whole shed got destroyed. It literally, like a pretty big sized tree came down right in the middle of the shed, and it just crushed my shed right down the middle.
Boy.
The only thing in there is my mower, which I hope is still all right. Everything else in there is kind of junk, so I don't really care about it. But that came with the trailer and the lot as the rental, so
yeah.
Hopefully they don't blame me for that. They should be taking care of their trees here, which they never do. I got all these old dead trees up. Every time a storm hits, I'm always worried that that's going to happen to my trailer.
No.
Power went out.
Power went out. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. He just said the power went out. Cameraman's power went out. So I think he's going to try to come back on, maybe with his cell phone.
Yeah, he said something where he's trying to join. Cameraman joined the call. I don't know. It said that. I don't know what that was, though.
What's that?
So, okay, I know someone asked me a question. Tracy asked me a couple questions there. First of all, do I have a friend to go out with? I have one friend. Unfortunately, he works all the time. And then I just took another guy out with me that I thought was a friend. And then you guys have watched my videos. Okay, you guys know how I am. And he told me I was demonic and satanic. So
what?
I'm literally going to scrap the video that that I did with him. And no, I don't have. And yes, I am always carrying. I mention it all the time. I call them my wireless hole punchers. So.
Why? Because some stuff going on? Was it because stuff going on and the dude freaked out?
I don't know what he said. I said, I'm always looking for the wildlife. Okay. The signs of the wildlife and whoever and whatever is throwing the rocks at me. Okay. That's literally how I title it. He said it felt wrong. I said it felt like it was demonic and satanic. And I'm like, what the hell are you talking about, dude? You know, I said, I don't believe in that. He said it was like witchcraft. And I said, I'm not a ghost hunter. I said, I don't know what you're talking about, but he just kind of, it was afterwards, after it was over, after it was like the next day, he messaged me and said he didn't feel comfortable about it and everything. So I'm like, fine, I'm going to delete the video and go out and do more hikes. And I just got to go out by myself. So, I'm not real worried. Like most of my hikes are done. Like, I don't know where I'm going until I'll pick last minute where I'm going so that nobody, and a lot of the times change in the middle of where I'll be going one place and I'll change to the next. So I vary my pattern up. So, cause I don't want anyone following me or having what happened to you guys. Cause that's, that is a concern of mine that, people mess with me on there. Oh, I will stay golden, Addison.
Bigfoot, sound wave. You had your temperature go down with Bigfoot. Do you think it's a ghost, or can Bigfoot do that? It was the summer. I don't know, if Bigfoot can change a temperature. I mean, I know, I believe it's common with spirit energy, especially if it's stronger energy, bigger groups of energy that's around you. Usually you can feel it in the form of like cold. I really don't know, I'm not sure about Bigfoot. I mean, that's one I really don't have an answer to with Bigfoot. But I think cold areas generally, from the experience I've had with trying to interact with spirits, very distinct cold areas come around you, which is different from the environment, and I attribute that to spirit energy. I don't want to say no because I really don't have an answer to whether or not you can feel changes in the temperature when Bigfoot's around. I really don't know.
I have been, especially since I got that thermal, I've been doing the checks on how different types of animals, how their heat signatures, and none of that, like different type of clothings on people, how it will deflect or radiate, or change their heat signature. Some like long-haired animals, their hair actually deflects. Seems like in spots, it'll deflect the heat, and the spots where their hair's thinner is where they get the heat signature. Like deer, they light up like crazy. They're short-haired, and they light up like crazy on that.
We see them all the time. We see the deer all the time in the thermals.
But there's other things with long hair that I've checked. I use some guinea pigs here. I've used a neighbor has a big Siberian husky, and I got these two long-haired cats, and I test. It's like, and I've been trying to. So it's like their hair actually deflects some heat. And some of our military equipment, our uniforms are made to deflect heat. So as far as that, like, I don't know what their if their signature might not look the same. When we were at Claim 2, I caught the heat signature of something while we were throwing rocks. It was pretty solid heat signature, and you can see it take off, like crawl, like get behind all the.
Was that when I was walking with you on the trail?
Yeah, me and you were together over there.
Yeah, I remember
we were having rock after rock, and I said, "Oh, I got something on here," and you come over there, and it moved away.
I saw the eyes.
Definitely, yeah.
I saw eyes shine. Yeah, I remember that.
That was the second one. I had that one too.
Yeah,
but we had something sizable in there.
Yeah, I saw. And that same night, I saw one. I actually saw one move. I saw his signature move back behind a tree.
Yep.
That was. I saw a really interesting one when we were over at Friends. I remember that one. Oh
gosh, yes, the one that you had up here in Conneaut. Yes.
Yeah. This one was like phenomenal. A big. This one was a big signature though. I'd never seen one like that, and I got that in my editor now. I'm going to be working on all those videos from back there, so that I'll have that out sometime soon.
All right, what did I miss here? Mid-South Sasquatch. Hello. Art, hello.
Got power back.
Country. Yeah. Hello, yes. Power back. It flickered off and on, and then,
You had to wait for everything to reset.
Yep.
Lightning strikes within 7 miles, so it's all around us here.
Caprice, hello. Nancy, hello. Thank you all for being here. If I missed you, I'm just going to scroll down real quick. And Henry, hello. Yeah. What I was saying, where was I? I was actually going to. Sorry, y'all. Mouse creation. Hello. All right. Well, somebody was mentioning, I don't know where it went because it must have got deleted when I got booted.
Looks like I still have the full thread of comments. What were you?
It was something about the train when it came by. I don't know if you all could see that.
When the train came by, huh? I'm trying to scroll through.
Yeah.
I honestly don't know if I've ever been around a Bigfoot sound wave to really give you an answer to that. Because I've never actually I've seen something, but what I've seen, I really don't know if that's what it was. And all the rest of the occurrences have all been just like Class B encounters, sounds, things being thrown, knocks. I don't know if I haven't really seen one to say that I've ever really encountered one.
Okay. Well, Mike, because we have branches knocked down and stones thrown at us or whatever they are, rocks and all that. What do you think's throwing them? Because again, that's one of my things I'm trying to figure out. I want to find that.
I did an interview with the guy WT Watson, and I read his book about the forest poltergeist, and what he did was he made a case to compare poltergeist activity that's been documented for a long time, and the accounts of the same like Class B encounters that people experience in the woods that they say are Bigfoot. But they don't, the ones that aren't seen, mysterious rocks that just seem to fly from somewhere you don't know where they came from, structures being built, all the same types of occurrences have been documented for a long time in many poltergeist cases at people's homes. Structures have been made in people's homes out of furniture and things like that. Rocks have been thrown at their homes. That's been documented a lot. Footprints, mysterious footprints end up being wet on carpet that people didn't make in the home. When you hear those kinds of things that have been documented in evidence, it sounds very similar to the things that I've encountered in the woods. So could it be a forest poltergeist, or is it a cryptid? Now, the things that, the cameraman that I've seen that you've documented, I absolutely believe, and from what I've seen, there's something out there that I would classify as a cryptid.
Absolutely.
So it could be something throwing them at us. The thing is that I've never seen what threw something at me. So,
I haven't.
I don't know what it is.
And I can tell you this, and I know we beat this up a lot, in the past, but when we were walking down, me and UMT were walking down that path at the swamp, and that rock sitting there on the ground, nothing around it, took off like a rocket, and we filmed it.
Yep.
Maybe they can not even be around and do something like that.
Yeah, it mimics what people have documented in their homes too.
Yep.
Objects in the home being thrown around from a poltergeist, rocks hitting people's roofs.
Hello.
I mean, if you look at, the Black Monk and the Bell Witch, Tennessee Bell Witch, all those big cases and others, those cases all have rocks being thrown documented.
Good news.
And that rock we seen on the video, that rock looked like it just took off from the ground. So
yeah,
the interesting story you guys told me was about the mouse taking off.
Oh, that's something I haven't seen.
Oh yeah,
I have to see that.
That's coming. It's coming. So you all are going to see this. I didn't highlight it on the video, and there's a reason. I put at the very beginning, I said I didn't highlight nothing on this video because I'm going to leave it all up to you. You all are going to the investigators, but there's a mouse jumps on a log and he's hops running. Then all of a sudden this mouse just goes straight up in the air. Like you could see his tail's bent, his head's bent, and shoots straight up in the air. And I don't see it, but and I just keep walking. Crazy stuff, man. Do you see that? It's coming up. but you could tell when it's going up in the air. You know how it bends, like something's holding it, and just
Yeah. I want to see that. That sounds interesting.
yeah.
I want to see something
Yep.
through a mouse.
Hey, if I missed you and you slipped in while I was gone, welcome. Thank you for being here tonight with us. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Crazy times. LIB, how you doing? Stump Jumper snuck in here.
LIB.
Yeah. Stump Jumper Brent, how you doing, buddy? LIB, you got to get out here with us. I want to take LIB to Claim 3. I got to dump everybody with holy water, whoever goes out there now. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it was just maybe it was like a high, like you're saying, maybe it was just a time of year. Maybe there's some kind of energy buildup which seemed to show through the meters. So what do we got? We got higher energy and we got stranger activity than we've encountered there before. So that's something that seems to correspond, that was different from other times, because I've never had energy readings like that there. That's the first time I've ever seen that. Really, first time I've ever seen like that anywhere I've gone.
Yeah, and I've never seen it in the hundreds. The highest I've ever seen it was when I was out on that one, and it hit, 99 when we were both out there? Remember I messaged you and was all like, man, it hit 99, right. But it was up in the 80s, 99 real quick, drop back down, 50s, 60s. But the other night, I was seeing 172, 191, 182, it was just real high. And that, when you get in readings that high and all three fields, really bad, really, really bad for you. Your body will react.
Yeah, I don't have those meters, but there's times when you literally feel the atmosphere change with your body. It's like all of a sudden I'm in a different environment than what I started out in.
Yeah, sometimes I tend to go off of that more than my meter, because I can tell you many times I felt very strong static charge hit me, and my meter's not making a peep. Jennifer, I'm not getting any elevations being read on the meter, but you can feel it. Like, everybody who's ever rubbed a balloon on your head or jumped on a trampoline, the feeling of what a static charge is.
Yes.
Right.
And when you just feel that hit you out of nowhere, on the arms and maybe even around your neck, it depends. Like, I've felt it everywhere, but when you feel that just hit all of a sudden, and like your meter's maybe not reading anything, you kind of trust what you're feeling because you can feel that.
Yeah. Tamara, thank you. No one's ever told me that.
What's that?
Jeffrey Dean.
I don't know who that is. Maybe I do, but I just don't recognize his name.
Right.
Oh yeah, we'll be using the thermals in the winter. Winter is always the fun time for the thermals, but I try to use them all year round.
Yeah, you could see so much farther.
Capturing that evidence seems like that's all you got to do is give yourself more options and stick with them and use them more often, and it seems like your chances are better. And I've found some interesting things on thermal, SLS.
Oh yeah,
the thermal has phenomenally helped me in catching things.
Oh,
remember the spirit in the basement at Claim 6, Jack? You remember that one?
Yeah.
With the thermal. And we got a picture of the lady's friend who passed away that kept coming through the device.
Yep.
I looked at her
name
picture.
and everything.
I looked at her picture and we looked at that thermal image, and boy, it sure looks like her.
Oh yeah, it does.
It was crazy. That really
LIB says
give me the chills.
I'd like to sleep at Claim 3 for a couple days and see what happens.
Yeah.
Man. I would love to buy that property.
Yep. that would be one heck of a research area to have, like right in your backyard.
It's almost like it's like our Ohio's version of Skinwalker Ranch.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, Soundwave. There's some of the thermals have a wide range of different kinds of thermal colors. And I found some that work better in the heat when it's really hot versus the cold. Like the gold. The gold works really good if it's hot out. It's like
Soundwave asks a good question. Are the energy higher in the summer or winter? I'm going to say
that's tough to say right off the rip.
I'm not experienced enough to say that. So
I'm going to tell you this. From the evidence that we got and writing things down was the best thing that I could have ever done, because we can go back, in these months from what happened last winter, what happened prior, the winter before, and put ourselves in the right areas. And with that said, going from the time of months, winter's not that long here for us. What is it? 3 months, 2 months?
10 months.
I think it's more like 6, or 8 months.
I mean, realistically.
Oh, really?
Last year we didn't have a bad winter.
For up here in northeast Ashtabula County, we have the chance of getting snow a little, mid-October.
Okay.
And we've gotten snow all the way into. We've gotten snow into May.
Yeah. Yeah, you're really close up by the lake.
I'm going to say this. I think it's almost been this October will be 2 years that I've been doing it. The fall, I'm going to say just the fall time of year is when I feel, without really going back to compare, but just from when I have, when I've felt like things seem to have more activity, places I go, time and time again at some of the places, seems like the fall time. The fall time to me seems to be what I feel like is the more active time for when I've gone places and where I've been.
I'm going to say this summer has been, I'm going to say we've been blessed. We've been blessed. I think that we're just, with all the notes and all the things that we have, put down on paper and putting ourselves in the right spots. This summer has been so active.
That's this is what I got to say about that, because I'm doing some different spots, but I'm reporting a lot of the same activity as you guys are. Because I haven't been into this long enough to experience, I will tell you, I did a lot of stuff in wintertime, and I always found wildlife, but nothing like that. It started like in summertime, though, it's just been nuts with the unexplained activity.
Yeah. But this summer is going to be hard to beat. Now, I have 5 areas for winter. 5 areas. I was telling MT about it. What was that, Thursday? Yeah, Thursday.
Yeah. When we
have 5 areas that we haven't been into. Well, I've been into them once or twice for each of them. Very, very active. I would just put it like that. Going to be a great winter. Going to be definitely a great winter. And these 5 areas, we're just going to stay in these 5 areas this winter.
Yeah. That's why I'm saying, like, some of the more memorable times seem to be like August, September, October, November. Those like 4 months seem to be some of the most memorable times of some of the places we filmed for me. Now, I mean, this summer has been, it has been. This summer kind of, it might change that, but
yeah,
we'll see how it goes this fall and this winter.
Now, this next area that we're going to get into, Bird Haven.
You know what? I was just thinking about that too, because I heard somebody brought it up. I can't remember where. I saw it in a comment or something, and I was like, that's right. I forgot to come back to you about Bird Haven.
Yep.
Bird Haven.
I've been wanting to go there since you talked about it.
We actually lost a team member because of that place. And I said I was never going to go back.
I'll be here.
Yeah, man, my brain's just going on Bird Haven. Haven't been back in a long time.
You got to take me to some of these places because I don't know where that is or anything.
Yeah, Bird Haven. We all stay together.
I've never been there yet either.
Okay.
Yeah, some bad stuff happened at Bird Haven. We actually lost a member because of that place.
Is that from Tin Man?
No.
Oh, another one. No. Okay.
Yeah, actually two. Lost Bear from there too, but really place is scared the crap out of all of us. I think I have written down Gugwe. I don't know if anybody knows what a Gugwe is out there, but soon as we went, somebody online reached out to us and said, you guys don't even know what the heck you're messing with. Oh, we learned. Yeah, that was a wicked live. You can, if y'all haven't seen Bird Haven, watch it. That was crazy. I don't know if I know Trapper was all like, I'm not going back. I was like, okay. Sounds good to me, man. But we got to get to the Pines again because all the activity that started happening at the end of August here. So we had some.
Man, those footprints, back. We'll never forget those footprints that night we were there in the sand.
Yep, and whatever was going on.
Hi, Lori.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the Pines, that same the daytime, my meter spiked over 5,000 milligauss and my meter went dead. I didn't even think that was possible. I was kind of worried. I was waiting to feel some effects from that because I'd never thought something that high could ever spike a meter. And that was when we were filming too. That's on film. Hit 5,000 some milligauss, and then that was it. Meter just shut off. Battery was dead.
You get down, Heather. You just sit on the ground, grab a tree, put your feet in running water, stream, something like that.
Eat a little something sweet.
Yeah.
If you got it with you.
Yep. Alexandra, hello. Faithfully experienced many things, but I have to shake my head at you guys. What on green earth can throw rocks at you? What animal? Just saying. Don't even know if it's an animal. Don't even know. Yeah. We don't know what it is. Like I said,
it's an animal.
That's the mystery we're chasing.
Yeah, that's a big mystery because me and MT were walking down at the swamp. You can watch the swamp series. I don't remember which one it's on, but we were walking down and this rock literally sitting there in the ground. You could see it. We're walking up and it just takes off. So,
and the swamp was the first place you guys took me. And I had rocks thrown at me there. And that was literally like the first time I'm doing some of these hikes. I had rocks thrown at me. Was at the swamp.
Yeah. It's been a long time since I got zapped, Brent. It's been a long time.
Rock magnet. Yes, yeah. I am a rock magnet.
Yeah, the biggest rocks I've ever documented were at the swamp, 2 different occasions. They were literally like a softball size. We measured the one out.
Yeah.
And that rock was huge. I mean, it hit hard too, both times. It hit a tree, with some serious velocity. That was not like some rock that just fell. Like, I mean, if you imagine some crazy scenario where there's just a rock like sitting in a tree and it falls. No, this is like somebody threw a rock, like a professional baseball pitcher threw this rock, smacked the tree. You know, that's what always, you know, that something about Claim or the swamp that fascinated me was how the heck could this happen? And something that big, that hard get thrown at us.
Right.
It's pretty amazing.
Where is Ohio Skinwalker Ranch? Claim 3.
Yes, Claim 3. And
I think so.
I don't even know where that is. I keep telling them, you got to take me there. You got to take me there. And,
I can never give out that location.
So it's a private
homeowner's pretty sensitive. He's pretty sensitive to people coming there.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. When I said I asked one time to bring someone in, and he just said, you know what, forget it. He said, let's shoot for tomorrow. And that just gave me an understanding of, okay, I got you. You don't want me to press it. So,
yeah, I mean, in a way, I guess that's a liability too for him.
Yeah. Absolutely. More, yeah. Medicine Bear Claw says summer. Yeah. I used to be a lineman stump. Yeah, I mean, that land is that power line cut, the train tracks, the flowing water, trees, the trauma that happened on that land. I mean, there's something to it all. The helicopter that flies around the top there, that pushing all that energy down at us.
Who knows? Maybe that was maybe its instruments were getting some strange readings.
Yeah, it's possible.
Yeah. Moonless nights.
Man, remember how big that full moon was? First visit to Cuyahoga and the activity there. That was a charged night, and that was a big old full moon.
Grimmer, hello.
I remember I was out there with you guys on that full moon.
Yeah. Oh man, this winter, I'm telling you, man, from the notes, I am so glad. Like I said, do you write notes, MT? Like do you have like a diary of notes like you do for like what this hunt or?
No, I usually don't. I usually don't keep diaries. Sometimes I draw pictures of some things, but
yeah,
that's about it.
I suggest making notes. Same with you, MT.
It wouldn't be bad.
Well, I have all the videos there. I got pretty down as to what happened in what areas. So
make sure you put the times, what the temperature was, what time of month, what day, how hot it was, how cold it was.
All right.
That way, when we go, like we go 1 year and then we go back and you say, well, the hot time was this, this time of month on this day. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But if something would happen to any of your videos, like YouTube sells out or something, and you got notes.
Okay.
Yeah, and it'll help. I could see how it definitely would be easier to reference key things that, there's so many things, it's hard to remember. And usually I refer watching back to the videos to recall some of the things that have happened.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But notes would be a little easier because you could just note the highlighted things from the hunts.
Karen says, please say Beaver Creek. You know what?
Oh, man.
Something stopped us from going to Beaver Creek. I have a feeling.
My car.
Last time we were going to go there. Yeah.
We were headed there, man. We were headed there, and something turned us around and put us in a different area. And
well, we had crazy stuff happen at that area too. So
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So
definitely need to get back to Beaver Creek. I like to hit Beaver Creek in the winter too.
I was telling you guys, I was all excited because I'm like, that's an area I want to go. So I see I got a question asked here. Reverend was asking if the guy with the motorcycle sleeping inside the tree, if that was my weirdest encounter or weirdest person I encountered in the woods. Because I've encountered, unfortunately, many people in the woods. No, that guy wasn't weird. The weirdest, which is why that was actually fairly calm with that one, because I've run into some very creepy people in the woods.
Oh yeah.
I got surrounded by three people. I got triangled by them, 3 people before, and had to draw my gun. So ended up having to call police and everything about that.
Yeah.
That's
so. I've had some creepy encounters with people. That's why I was like, I'm looking to make sure that that's not, what we're dealing with is not people. And I got to say, I don't think it is, because they're too good at hiding. They're too dang good at hiding. They're too good at evading my thermal, or just barely being caught on my thermal. And their noise discipline is too good.
Yeah.
People don't have that good at noise discipline.
Goodens. Great question. What about the magical mystery nesting area that you and Moose went into? I don't know if it's magical or mysterious. Good find though. I left it alone. I will go back into it, but I left it alone. I wanted to see what was going to happen if anything changed throughout the summer. Trust me, I've been by it. And every time that we go into an area that around that area, I want to go in, but I want to see later this year. By the end of the year, we'll be back in there. Would like to have Moose with me when I go back in. Just if they're using it, that place was just too well defined. Too much going on not to be something planning on using it. And then I just didn't want to chase nothing out. Hope that answers your question though, but we'll definitely be back in it. Trust me, it's coming. Lori, hello.
We said it like over and over again. The things that we worry about the most are always the people.
Yes.
People out in the woods.
Yeah. I say that the most dangerous thing you will run into in the woods is people.
Absolutely.
But yeah,
Lori, thank you.
Yeah. Addison, she said the video where I had the scream happen. Yeah, that was freaking. That one freaking turned me the other way. So the guy in the tree. I mean, that was the one I had on video. I did a whole bunch of these where I didn't have. There's a lot of stuff that I didn't have on video earlier when I was doing this. I didn't know what I was doing. I turned video off for things. Like when the guys surrounded me, I turned the camera off. I don't know why. I just realized I wasn't alone, and I turned the camera off. Probably couldn't have done that, but I said I'm inexperienced, and then I don't know. It's been a whole lot of creepy stuff to go out there, and every time I've gone out with you guys too, it's always been eventful. I don't know, and you even said, you even mentioned something about it that we keep having a whole lot of stuff every time I've been with you.
We talk about manifesting experiences, experiences, and how we, I feel that that's a big part of the interactions that happen, and it has to do with you, the individual person that's trying to make a connection.
So, I just think that you guys have a knack of finding this. You guys have a nose for this better than me. When I'm out with you guys, you guys are the ones that you guys just knows that finds this more than me. So, and well, it's like I found stuff myself out here, but it's not like what you guys do. I think I don't think I think there's mistakes I make.
You're gonna make them. That's a learning.
Just
Yeah,
be
it's all
yourself.
about learning. Yep.
That's the
Be
best
yourself,
thing
have
I
good
was.
intentions. And
Oh, and someone asked Phyllis, I changed up some of my clothes there because, and I don't think I told you guys this. I mentioned in my video, I had my, I had my full camo pants on. You know how I used to come with you, and I got the police called on me. I scared people. Okay.
Victoria
do
says,
you think it's been better or worse changing it up?
yeah,
I don't know. I kind of, I mean, in a way, I kind of hope that like say that outfit in essence kind of does make people want to stay away from me because I'm not trying to video people. But I would say I don't think it's really made a difference though.
yeah.
So, and I said, there's, towards the winter time, I'll change it back when there's less people around out there.
Yeah.
So
Victoria says, what is a Gugwe? That was mentioned. Seem close to here. It's a loner. It's a loner. Bigfoot. He's a meat eater. That's all he eats. That's what I was told. Bad news. We think that's what charged us. I didn't know what we were dealing with right off the bat. So me not knowing, being unexperienced with this thing, I just went in. I went in after it. It was a mistake. And Trapper and the guys that were with us seen this thing running. It went right past them really fast. They seen it. They seen the teeth. They seen one of the guys actually filmed the teeth. I don't know if you remember that. It showed the teeth that looked like the canines. Do you remember MT? That's thermal.
I don't remember that thermal. I don't know if I've seen that one.
If you go to the Cameraman Facebook chat room page and hit pictures, it's in there.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you could see the canines on this thing. Pointy, big, but it's Gugwe. Not good.
and I'm supposed to say is I've heard when you say Gugwe was another term would be a rogue.
Yeah, they're bigger, they're meaner. Yeah. And they do kill humans. They're talking about that's what they think that was up in Russia. That killed those kids.
The Ural Mountains. Yeah. That one, that whole thing is nuts. You could look into that, what they found.
Yeah. Yeah. It's we'll go there. One thing I'd say, we cannot split up. So
all right, I'm game.
Not a good idea.
And so I'm game. And Lori says machete. No, we have hole punchers, wireless ones.
Biggest thing going there is we got to talk Trapper into it.
Yeah, I'd like to have him there.
Oh, we got to have him there.
And big thing is have you guys? I mean, Moose has been on some of the messages there in Facebook, but man, I miss Moose.
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
to try to get him.
Yeah, it's been a hard time. I mean, hard time for people that working, and it's been a wild summer for. Well, we know Trappers this time of year has always been busy for.
Yes.
So there's
Absolutely.
a point in time you could see from the past that this year's, he gets really busy.
Yeah.
And, the same thing with Moose. Same thing, last year. And then he got back for a little bit and then we'll get him back.
So, all right. Well,
this winter's going to be good though.
Next Saturday, I'm going to Ohio State's home opener.
Yeah.
Or not this next
Trap will
Saturday,
probably
so
be
the
there
week
too.
after that. 31st. I'll be at the Ohio State home opener.
Man, I'm so far behind. Sorry, y'all. I'm going to speed down. Try to get caught up here. Arthur, hello.
Excuse me.
Tiffany, hello. If I missed anybody, hello. Thank you for being here with us tonight. Appreciate you. Jackie, hello.
Hey, Jackie.
Another spot we're getting back to. Yeah, subscribing is free. Goodness. He says, what?
Yes. Subscribing. Yeah.
Subscribing is free.
Free.
Yep. So if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button for us. I appreciate you all. But the swamp. It's one that I have written down here.
Yeah, it's been a minute. It's been a minute since we've been there.
Yeah.
I wonder if any of those structures I built are still standing up. Been having some rough storms. Probably not.
Yeah. Last year we were getting great activity. Well, we all the way into winter, and then we didn't go back after winter started flying.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, all the way Halloween. I have here also. So we must have did a Halloween hunt there.
Now, I got a question for you about that. I was thinking about that. Okay, is that an area with too much possible like human contamination at night, or is that I think a good night to go out someplace?
Can you say that again? You broke
Is that a place that on Halloween, is that a time when you would possibly have too much human contamination? It seems like there's just a bunch of crazy people out in that time, and we're getting the thunderstorm is over us right now. I'm getting all the notifications on here of the lightning strikes over top. I can hear the thunder. So, yeah.
No, see, the thing about that is you know, a lot of our areas aren't around people. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
The areas that come back in wintertime, they're really not around people. You ain't gonna get no people around there. I mean, these 5 areas that are coming up, you ain't Bird Haven, you ain't getting no people around there. Ain't nobody going out there. Nobody's going out there.
Okay.
Yeah, some of the places like Helltown, you know, that seems to draw a little bit of a crowd around Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mostly, you know, like indoor places. Like Halloween, I was at the Ross House. So like the places that offer like investigations, a lot of people find their way. You know, that's where most people flock to during Halloween who do any kind of paranormal research.
Yeah. Stump Jumper says, have you compared notes with other researchers? Yeah. Not many though. There's a thing, you know, because how can I say this without being we're split down a line on, you know, flesh and blood. The flesh and blood side kind of are, you know, they're like, you guys, you know, and then you got the other side. So the community is very split, very, very, very split. You got your flesh and blood. That's all these creatures are. That's what it is. And then you got the other side that says, you know, these things come in through portals. You know, there's no, let's meet in the middle, compare some notes. Ain't none of that. I talked to a lot of, you know, the one side.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, some of the notes compare a lot of the things.
I mean, we compare notes with each other because we all do our individual thing and we all share with each other. Then the other thing I have found, and some of this may be just, my background in law enforcement and military. I'm able to get law enforcement officers to talk to me about it. And I've gotten some of the places I'll go. I won't mention it because of that, but there's a lot of them are law enforcement officers of even some private property ones, or they're law enforcement officers that have said to go there.
Park rangers too.
Yeah.
Park rangers
Yeah,
have a
we
lot
have
of
a lot
sports
of rangers. Yes, absolutely. That's why I said Metro Park Ranger was one of the guys who got me into a lot of the areas. So,
thank you, Corky. Karen, I think there's what, 4 videos, Beaver Creek? 3 or 4, somewhere in there. 3, and then maybe a shorter one of some findings. Yeah. Soundwave says best results happen when you are alone. I wouldn't suggest
I don't know
doing it alone anymore.
I don't know. Okay, so like I said, there's a lot of things that happen when I'm alone. When I am with you guys, we've had a lot of stuff. I mean, we'll split up, but we're still kind of, like where we can call each other, radio communication, and no, we've had some crazy crap happen. It's always been eventful with you guys. I think it's location, things with it's location.
Yeah.
There's times where I think, yes, with the more of us there, that they may be shyer. I think it depends on whatever these are, their personality.
Right. Now, I'm going to say this, and it might sound, I don't know, I don't know good terms and how to put this correctly, so I'm just going to put it out there. I think at a point where you're newer, so don't take this wrong, Ted, when I say this.
Okay.
I think we're at a point, myself, Mike, and Trapper, really, we shouldn't be doing this alone anymore. I think we're so far into it that things are getting, after what happened the other night, things are getting a little bit too comfortable with us. Take it as you will. I don't know how to put it in a better perspective than that. I don't know the big terms or anything like that, but
Todd asked about how do you get law enforcement and DNR conservation officers to open up. Usually, the times I've got to talk to them is always when you show up going to film.
Mm-hmm.
They see all of our cameras ready to go and all of our stuff that we're bringing, and they're always curious. They always start talking to us, and then we talk about what we do in our channel, and then all of a sudden, they'll be like, "Oh, really?" They'll hear some of the things that happen, and then they'll start talking about their weird experiences.
Yeah.
Or they'll be jerks and tell you they don't want to see your crap.
Yeah. Some of it too is, I mean, there's different things like, like your body language and stuff. Like, I was so used to being around law enforcement because I did it. Okay. That I have the way I carry myself around law enforcement. It's a little different. That I think they feel comfortable enough to talk to me. I'll come out and ask the questions. So, and it's like, I'll even say like now what I do or whatever, but it's like, there's some of them have went and background checked me first and then came and talked to me. So it's like, well, go ahead, background check me. You can see,
There's a good one, Mary. Hello. I didn't see you come in, so thank you for being here with us. If I missed you, please, thank you. Thank you for being here with us tonight. I'm glad everybody's here. Mary says, what do you guys think they are, flesh and blood or paranormal?
I think there's two different things. I'll start out with that. I think there's, what we'd say is they're called a Bigfoot, grass man, whatever. I think that's one thing. And I think that there is absolutely a spiritual realm that we end up dealing with. And I think, in a lot of ways, I think it's something different. And I think there's an element that we don't know. I think there's a third one too, that we really don't know what the heck we're dealing with.
Mm-hmm.
That's my opinion. And I know.
I think either way, if you try to go one way or the other, you're putting yourself in a box, and I don't think that's good for any. That's not good for yourself if you're going to be objective and open-minded about what's out there.
That's true.
You don't want to be in a box thinking one way and not open to all possibilities, because
I agree with that.
You'll miss something.
Yeah,
you'll miss something, and I think that's part of your frequency, your vibration, who you are. That kind of curiosity and open-mindedness, I think, is one of the things that might be an interesting element to your aura that you put off, and you might be a reason why some people get more activity around them.
right.
Absolutely. I'm trying.
And when we go out, when we go out, we're looking for all the evidence that we can get.
Yeah,
both sides.
Everything.
You know, if we get a flesh and blood creature, God bless, so be it. I mean, if we get something from that jumps out of the portal, so be it. I mean, I think we are the most open-minded people going out there and doing this. And that's what helps when you don't put yourself in a box of one way or the other, and you're just going to get the proof, no matter if that portal at Cuyahoga, that was crazy. I mean, in itself, but then, we go Gugwe. Now that was 100% had to be something flesh and blood to me, Got it on thermal. It had heat signature. The screams, the knocking things over. I never seen anything like that. Hopefully we can go back and get something like it before. Hopefully that, it didn't leave the area, but I'm a firm believer. If it's there, it's, there. I mean, we walked in the middle of a fight for territory. If Ramona remembers that, she was on that live, and something stays. I think once that area has that kind of vibration, things come back to it. Things will always stay there. But like I've said before, I've been in an area, it was, active, went back the next, say springtime, and the whole area's dead.
Dead. Yeah. I've had that happen too.
Yep. Nothing. No birds. The trees are dead. The plants are dead. It's just like, what happened here? So it happened.
Yeah, and I think we've seen a big variance of what could be, something that could very well be in one form and then maybe change forms. Like the first sighting I had of at West Branch, when I seen it, it looked like it was real, like it was a creature. It didn't look phantasmal. It looked like it was a creature, but it somehow was gone after I seen it. After it cleared a tree, like it was running fast, and then it was just gone. But when I seen it, it looked solid in every aspect. Anything that's a real solid creature would look like. But I didn't see it well enough to know what the heck I was looking at. And then I've seen things in the shape of like some kind of a phantasmal smoke that looked like a person and then just dissipated to the ground and was gone. And whatever that thing was at the tree in Claim 2 looked like Golem for a moment, almost looked like it was white or clear.
Right.
And Jelly Man, whatever that was, looked like it was hiding in some form. It's hard to try to come up with one conclusion, about what's out there.
Right.
From what I've seen.
And you ran into MT, you ran into something that looked like the Predator as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lori, I wish there was a device to cut all the spider webs down. It's called MT in front of me with a stick going like this.
Yep. I haven't done that one night. Yeah. My hands have been full. I haven't been able to do that. I just go through them or try to duck them.
My hike I did the other night there, I literally come back caked in spider. I had so many spider webs on me. I was like, how did I get all these all over me?
Yeah, they'll mess with you too a little bit. We're so used to them now. When you're watching your video playback, you can tell when you're looking at a spider web. because they might trick you a little bit when you're, off the video, the reflection from the light.
Yeah. Absolutely, Ramona. I am going back in the morning, Stump. I actually want to know if MT wants to run back over there with me.
Yeah.
Or a little maybe pop up.
You gonna pick up your cameras there?
Yeah. One thing about me, man, is some people after that, it really upset me. I'm gonna be honest with you, it really upset me. I wanted to I was mad, kind of like, how dare you do that to me? You know what I'm saying? Not like it could happen to anybody, but that was just my brain that night. When I was sitting in the car going on my way to the emergency room, I was mad. Like, man, I wanted to go back there right away.
Anytime I build a structure somewhere, which I've only done it a couple places, and now Claim 3 was one, I always like to go back and see if it's still there, see if anything's changed with it, see if it's knocked over.
Nova, hello. Short note, hello.
The ones I built at the swamp, they've been there. But strangely enough, remember how that rock seemed to disappear? That was, I think, the last time we were there.
Oh, goodness.
But that's when if we go back there tomorrow, I'm going to go right to that spot when we walk past there, and I'm going to look and see if that structure is still there, see if it's standing.
Corey, yeah, I hear that a lot, and it's, I don't know. Not every area is the same, and we've been to a lot of areas. So that's things, I like to do certain things. That's why I keep notes, certain things at certain areas, like gifting in the same spot in the areas that we go into. I stress that, and I stress that to Ted. I say, if you're gonna gift, sure, when you gift, you always gift in that same area. Mm-hmm. Do I believe when you beat on trees, you're calling them in? Maybe. Certain areas, maybe. But if we do that and we can get the proof, I'm down. I'm down for it. I mean, that's why we do this, is, to get the proof for everybody, and at least, pave a road for the next group of people to come out and do this, because we sure can't do it forever.
Larry says, do you think
I was just reading that one too.
Yeah, do you think the Bigfoot would my opinion, no. But I'm the least inexperienced of the group.
Well, who's got a very, very interesting story about that is Josh from Squatch Topic, his wife. Very interesting story about how she was rescued from I can't remember what it was exactly, but it's a very interesting story that she tells about. Well, I think she was young, but she got brought back by what was a Sasquatch from a situation that was bad. And I've heard others talk about being helped by Sasquatch when they were hurt. I've heard stories like that, so I kind of think that there's something to it. I think a lot of the stories that people have, from our experiences, it's hard to, say that what other people are saying aren't true, because look at all the strange things we encounter. So Absolutely. It might be something to that. They might help you. I don't think they're going to hurt you, so I don't see why they wouldn't help you.
Yeah. What do you think of ancient human species when they say some cover in hair can see good at night? Some even hunt humans. I think those are the Gugways.
And I don't want to see one, that's for sure.
Yeah. That, man, I'll tell you what. I'll find the picture and show you the difference. What is a Gugwe? Because it definitely wasn't a dog, man.
All right, Jennifer. Yeah, I know what you're saying there.
And we were pulled aside by someone that's been doing this for 40 years when we just started out and said, look, you all don't have an idea, but watch, if you haven't seen Birdhaven, it's up, it's in the lineup. Find out and watch that, because we're definitely going back. Only look for what you're willing to handle. Dangerous, yes. Yeah. All right, y'all. With that said, sorry if I didn't get to your things. There was a lot. But I'm going to call it a night. I want to thank everybody for being here.
Yep, thank you all.
Thank you.
Yeah. That was crazy, man. That was a crazy live. Mm-hmm. Thank you all for the blessings. You all are family to me, man. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it without y'all. Thank you. There was a reason, T-Mac, why you're here. There's a reason why everybody's here as a team.
Yeah. And you guys make this much more enjoyable to keep going out there. There's nights where we have injuries, and especially us, we're older and banged up. You guys make it worth to get out and go out there again.
Yeah.
Well, thanks. Appreciate it.
Yeah. You all make it very enjoyable. I wouldn't want to have it any other way. I believe that we have all the perfect people. Our community is just filled with great people, man. There's Absolutely. No drama. Everybody is pleasant to talk to, and I try to reach back to everybody that messages me. I don't it's never a burden to me. I will drop what I'm doing if you send me a message, and I will answer it. It's never a burden. I never go, oh man.
Oh, me too.
It's a blessing, and
get back to everyone as quick as I can, as soon as I can. I miss some people. I think some I'm blessed with is I'll end up with like 180 comments on each video, and I do try my best to get to everyone.
Yep. Yeah, maybe not be that night, I missed you. But it will be, and everybody's timestamps, Sue. I'm still downloading a lot of your timestamps, so I'll check mark them, and then I'll go back through just to get the timestamps, and then I'll go back through and I'll comment. I want to thank everybody.
Yep, thank you.
Stick around if you haven't. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. We do this all year round in this winter. It's going to be epic.
There are good things on the horizon. Yes.
Oh, yeah. Yep, for sure. Shirley.
Hey, Shirley.
Hello. Thank you for being here. Yeah. So, like I said, if you haven't, go watch at Birdhaven, because it's going to be Mike's first time there. T-Mac's first time there.
Yeah.
Now what we got to do is talk Trapper into it.
We'll just tell him we're going somewhere else.
Yeah.
Just tell him we're going somewhere else, and then show up there.
Trapper. Yep. Jump in, Trapper. We're driving. All right, y'all. That said, I'm Jack the cameraman.
Mike, MT Paranormal Life.
T-Mac's American Experience.
That said, we will see you all on the next hunt.
Good night. ORD just got in. Hey.
ORD. We'll get you on the next one, ORD. All right, y'all. Peace and love.
See ya.
See y'all on the next one. Bye.